And I'm very happy to present our next speaker, Alfred Szilágyi. I hope that I pronunciate it correctly. Who was one of the organizers of this conference and who will talk about his experience with his education program linked to organic agriculture and permaculture. So please, Alfred, go ahead.
Thank you, Pablo. Greetings for everyone. It's nice to see you all. First of all, I thank this for the Ukrainian partner for organizing this conference, especially for Pablo. And I'm really sorry that I cannot be there in person. So I'll give a promise. Hopefully, if we continue on, then here I will try to be there in person. But yeah, unfortunately, and for the possibility to present online. One more addition. So my name is Alfred Szilágyi, as Pablo said, and currently I'm doing my PhD in this university, Szent István University, Landscape Management and Nature Conservation. Yeah, I'm a co-member of Permaculture Association Hungary, also trying to push the research side of permaculture here in country. And what I wanted to say as well, that so this presentation, in the first half, we'll introduce the organic farming master course in our institute, and basically this is based on the interview that we conducted with Dr. Imre, the course leader of the master course. And then in the other half of my presentation, I will talk about what's going on in our institute in university related to permaculture. Okay, the sound is good, Pablo?
Well, it's a little bit interrupting, but I think that we cannot do nothing with this. But if you would speak a little bit slower, I think it would be more clear.
Okay. And then if there is anything that you don't understand, let me know and I can repeat.
Yes, of course.
Okay. So basically, this master course has been established in 2016 in both ways. There's a daytime version and an evening course as well. And the whole course dedicated to organic farming. And all aspects of organic farm, from the basics to the crop and are included in the course. Yesterday heard the presentation of Tirczka. So they are also the Szent István University, but in a different faculty. But basically, the course that she teaches is very, very similar to our course, but there are some differences. And basically, what I would like to focus on is a special feature of our master course, namely individual design project that the students have to go through during the whole course. Okay, so permaculture is specifically cited during one lecture at the beginning of the course, but it is also cited in other subjects. But we brought a lecture note where permaculture is described in these. And this is always in first semester, students have to read this through, so they can acquire basic knowledge on permaculture. So here is the web page of our master course. Is in Hungarian, okay, so I wanted to introduce you, especially, and that's why I did give this presentation, because I think this is a really good concept, and it is quite close to the character design concept. So I was one of the first students who completed this master course, so I have first-hand experience with projects from student side. So basically, the individual design project is built up that from the beginning, in each separate subject, you have to do a practical design. So, for example, from horticulture, animal husbandry, from animal farming, and at the beginning of the course, we have to choose a territory, a land where we do design, and we have to build during 2 years a complete organic farm. And it is not just the very practical part, like horticulture, but also the economic side, so marketing, the subsidy system, etc. And at the end of the course, we have one subject is dedicated to integrate all these small and fun, cool, complete designs. Basically, for example, it for around 70 pages the final design. And you can choose, let's say, a character that has nothing at the present, and you design whatever you want. But you can also choose a real farm, and in relation consulting with the farmer, you can have to develop farm. So, for example, I chose farm 25 hectares, and I made the design, develop it to a more complex organic culture farm. And then, so the picture on the diagram, you can see I was talking about that here are basic structure of the master course. Here are the more specific practical subjects, and there are side subjects like architectural, buildings, economics, and etc. And we have 2 subjects during the course where we visit organic farms in practice, and that's also feeding to our design, the experiences. And as you can see, the red individual design projects going to the whole focus. So this diagram is the concept of the whole master course. And as you see that I mentioned, the last semester we have this ecological farm design subject, where we put together all the details and integrate it to the final exam. And then at the final exam, we have to present and defend this design. Just to show you an example of what I have committed during my course. At the left side, you can see the farm with the parcels. You can see the borders. So we had to use also GIS technologies at some extent. And then I have here the presentation for the apple fields. And at the bottom on the right, you can see the buildings. So the farm center, we had this as well. And I think why I chose the topic and I wanted to highlight this individual design project is because I think it's very close to permaculture as a process. So the best would be if the permaculture design tools would be also taught on this course and integrated with the practical knowledge of organic farms. That would be a real knowledge and plus for the students. So I think this is very good example how permaculture could be in higher education, universities. And finally, about some detailed experiences with the master course, is the first that we experienced that is a problem, the popularity. So basically, there are only a very few students who want to take the master course. Of course, not always a few students want to do the course, but with the organic farm course, still have a problem. So in the first year when I started, we were 11 students, and at the end we got to come up to me and one more person. And then in the next year, the numbers is always 3. So I don't know how it is in other countries, in the Michigan countries, but that's something that focus on. That how to get more students be interested in this field. Because if there are not a lot of students who are interested in organic farm, then probably even less students who are interested in permaculture. The other interesting thing that the course leader told me is that it's hard to get together a good dedicated staff teaching. I mean, teachers who dedicatedly the ethos of organic farming. So that's why they could have established the course sooner, but because of the staff, they had to wait a little bit. And yeah, I could experience that. So that's also on our side. And with the individual project, the course leaders had the experience that nor the teacher nor the student are not really adapted to these kind of complex design exercises. So it's hard for them to build and to go through the whole process in details. So that's why, for example, now they are already loosen the concept. So now it's easier for students because at the end they don't have to graduate it to such complex age as we had to, and it's because of what time is. So 2 years is not a lot, of course, and they have to also write the page. But the other thing is because simply here at least in Hungary, we are not really that used to neither group projects, neither individual projects, so so probably that needs a bit of more time to go through while they will get the benefit. And the other experience that the course is still in development. We say that the core idea is good for the concept, but it needs a bit of fine tuning. So, for example, I was able to feed for the co-leaders how they can develop and make it better for us, and hopefully that will be that will go on. But so for me, as I experienced this individual project from the student side, of course, for me, after completing a PhD, the EDC, so the permaculture design course, and as I wrote my thesis, my PhD thesis for permaculture design, it was not so terrible, it was so hard. I really enjoyed it, and I think, but of course for the other students it was more difficult. But still, I think that this concept will be very helpful for the student to see an integrated view, so that they can adapt to a holistic approach. Because at the end of the course, we had to take every details together to see whether, for example, we have enough fodder for the animals. If we have enough herbal fields, we can have a good marketing. So whether we can adapt good subsidies. So that's what we want to present aside, that we can be useful for others as well. Okay, and then in the next half of my presentation, I will talk about what's going on with the permaculture in our institute. So, what I have to start is that there is a big so-called green club in our university, which is basically an official NGO organized by the students, by the university students. And I was also a member during my university years, and we organized a lot of events in relation with a lot of eco stuff. So it's not just about agriculture, but also a lot of other things. But there are a lot of events, a few that were also in quite good connection with the permaculture. So the first thing I wanted to present was, so it's already for 15 years now that every year the Green Club organizes a so-called Green World, kind of a 3-day festival on the university, and there are always presentations and workshops for the students. And in 2017, it was in the springtime, and there was a lecture or a presentation on agroecology, another one on agroforestry, and there was also one on permaculture. And at the end, we organized a workshop on, let's say, sustainable agriculture. So that was one event where permaculture was written there at the university. And then another project is going on now as well, was to establish a forest garden in the campus at Gool. So at the right side, you can see the original site. So we got this from the university, and we started to develop forest garden here. So that was also in 2017. I could get on a photo from the beginning, but now here there are 2 street paths, and also we started to establish the scrub lane. And on the left side, at the top, you can see a picture about the workshop that we organized once in 2017, when IBA came to have he conducted or facilitated the workshop. He talked about how to establish a forest garden, and then we planted some plants. And it's still going on, and it is a very good project that would engage university students with the practical skills. So that was also under the Green Club. And then, at the end, what I wanted to talk about, that 2016, we organized a workshop in the springtime, a roundtable, let's say, forum, dedicated on permaculture. So I was the main organizer, and the main purpose was to bring together university people, students and teachers, lecturers, with permaculture practitioners. And at the first workshop, we had 12 participants, and basically there wasn't a presentation, but it was a whole workshop where we got a fancy group of different topics, like on practices of permaculture. Also, we had a session how permaculture would be integrated more in the education in the university. And one of these of the simple of this quote was that after we developed a list of possible research topics, and then in the autumn time we organized the first symposium, permaculture symposium. Here we had already presentations, and there were more than 12 people. For example, Zita also had a presentation there, and there was a lot of interest from the student side. So this list of possible research topics was also based that the Hungarian Permaculture Association used for to develop a research project. And why symposium was also important, because this even is the base for our conference in this year that we already organized with the faculty of an institute of Saláta and with the Hungarian Permaculture Association, and there was one conference in January and one in June, and there we had more than 100 participants. So it was organized together the permaculture conference. This is a picture of the symposium. Yes. So you can see how something started from the university in a very small circle, and it developed phase that now we organize an annual countryside conference, and yeah, started somehow with Klaudia. So, what about the future plans? So we want to organize with the Permaculture Association this annual scientific conference. We also established a research team in the association, and we would like to conduct research projects in collaboration with universities, so also with my institute, also with Institute of Saláta, but there are also some other university teachers in other universities that we we would like to integrate as well. So this research topic that I mentioned is always developing. We add more ideas, but so what we would like to do is to get university students who make a research, and each of them supervision from the Permaculture Association. And also in relation to this, we would like to develop internship opportunities for university students. But of course, final future plan is the better integration of permaculture in the education through field trips, lectures, etc. And here I want to cite one more, this individual design project, which I think will be a very good entry point for permaculture, as I mentioned before. And also, there is another team, so the education team in the Hungarian Permaculture Association, and they want also to develop a PTC course for university. I think Zita can add more details about this, but as much as I know, this would be fitted to the universities. Well, this is still under planning. So this is what I wanted to share with you. Thank you for your attention. And I'm looking out for questions, comments.
Thank you very much, Alfred. So now I invite you to ask questions, and I ask you to come here to the microphone because Alfred hears us via microphone. So does anyone have any questions? Yeah, please come here to the microphone.
So, hello, thank you for your presentation. My first question would be that you mentioned the individual design work, which is a really good thing, I think, for the connection to the permaculture design and the education of permaculture. My question is that it can be this individual design turn into diploma work in your case?
Yeah, can I answer now? Or?
Yeah, please. Yes.
Okay, so thanks, Zita, for the question. Yes, it can be. So for the students who are on IME course, it is already possible that what they do at in the design project, they can also handle it as their diploma. Because as you know, so these are students who are working as well, right? So they have even less time and energy than the data students.
Yeah.
So that's why they finished to this. Even for us it wasn't done, but we didn't have this option. So I had to write also permaculture design, the individual design course, but I don't get that all. So I think it could go parallel, but of course it's an option.
Yes. Yeah, that's really good. So thank you very much for that. And what you mentioned in the last slides, it was also a very good experience for us, I mean for the teachers, because when we had that symposium and roundtable meeting 2 years ago, I mean university teachers and people coming from Permaculture Association or farmers working on permaculture way. So it was a really good idea to sit and start a discussion about the things what we are doing and how we are doing. Because in this case, we could learn something, the work of each other. And this was a very good initiative to start, develop a common work together. So in this case, I think permaculture is going to have a much better place in the university education. So we have more courage, and also we can see much more goals in front of us. What can we develop? New subjects, or to enlarge subjects what we are having at the moment, and insert the permaculture ideas, especially design and data collection is inserted into our project. So this was what I just wanted to add, because it was a really good idea that time. So we appreciate it very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Zita. Thank you, Alfred. Any other question? We have a short time, so I invite you for short questions. Yeah, if you could please come here, because he will not hear you. You need to come. Just come. Don't be shy.
Yeah, I'm eager to go here.
Hello. I'm just interested in your PhD research work. Did you tell?
No.
Is it connected to permaculture?
Of course. Yeah, so because that was not the scope of my presentation at the moment, but I started the PhD this autumn, and the main research topic. So far, I was working with sustainability assessments. So last year, I also gave a presentation on my diploma, where I compared permaculture, organic and conventional systems, farms. And now what I do is integrate sustainability assessments with the concept of ecosystem services. So that will be the theoretical base, and I will apply this to same topics of basically conventional, organic, and permaculture farm can offer. If we look at the sustainability, and if we look at the ecosystem services that they can provide, and the end, I mean, the practical result of my research is that I would like to develop a scheme for permaculture, so how to assess permaculture systems specifically, something like that. But that's still in development.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Esther. Thank you, Alfred. I think that now we need to stop and move to the next presentation because of the time. I actually have a number of questions, but the last, before the last session for today, it will be discussion of the plans for future collaboration. So if you, Alfred, could attend this session, are you able to attend our session today?
I will try.
So maybe we can continue to discuss these topics. So thank you very much, Alfred, for your wonderful presentation. So let's thanks to Alfred. Okay, goodbye.
If I cannot attend the afternoon session, then just send me the questions and I will answer them in time.
Yes. I think it's just the start of planning future collaboration. So we just do whatever we can do here, and hopefully we can continue afterwards, just in individual communication. Okay, Alfred, thank you very much.
Have a nice day all.